Okay, so today we are going to be making these egg replacer cakes, and we're going to make a small Victoria sponge with these two, and then with this tray of cupcake cases we're going to be making some cupcakes. So I'm intrigued to see how this recipe gets on with egg replacer. So my dad bought the egg replacer because my brother's allergic to egg. So hopefully the egg replacer will work and will not taste disgusting, but we have our fingers crossed. So I'm going to start making my ingredients. So I have it all pre-measured. So I have 8 ounces of butter, 8 ounces of flour, 8 ounces of sugar, a little bit of butter to grease these 2 tins. I have some vanilla extract, which is going to be a teaspoon measuring. And then I have my water for my egg replacement and my powder. And also I have some baking powder, which is going to be measured 2 teaspoons. So we're going to begin. So if I just get a bowl here, okay, and now in this bowl we're going to cream together some butter and some sugar. So I'm going to get this butter out with a spatula. Now if you've got a better way of getting butter out of a stupid container, then you can do that.
Whoa.
We're going to get this out. Yes. So we've got this out. Tap, tap, tap. Right, now we're going to soften it. So I'm going to use a silicone spoon because I find them easier to use than wooden spoons. Now I'm going to slowly add the sugar. A lot of sugar. I like to see a lot of sugar. But if you added it all at once, it would be harder to mix and cream together. So I'm just going to add the last of my sugar. So it looks like cookie dough. So I'm going to scrape this off my spoon, like so. Right, so it says about the milk, you need to put everything in the bowl first, and then until it gets to the right consistency, you can then add the milk. So I'm going to try and add my flour and my egg replacer powder. So I'm going to add my powder first. So this is just a simple fine powder, and I'm just going to add it to my mixture. And it's almost going to be like we're baking with eggs, but we're actually not. That sounds strange, but we're not baking with eggs today. So I'm now going to cream it all together, and it's going to be quite this sloppy, disgusting mixture. You can see how it floats around in the bowl. Right, so now I'm going to add my flour bit by bit. Half of this flour that's left. And I'm going to stir it into my butter-sugar mixture. I like sugar quite a lot. And then I'm going to add the rest of my flour. And it's come to a cookie dough consistency again. So for baking powder, I need to use 2 teaspoons, which is this small spoon right here. 1, 2. Perfect. Now I'm just going to mix that in. I need to make sure it's an even mix. I just can't open the vanilla extract. I love vanilla, so I'm going to add a tablespoon. But the original recipe says to use a teaspoon. But when I'm making chocolate cakes and stuff, I often use 2. But today we're going to use a tablespoon just to be safer. I don't know how it should really be because I've never baked with egg before. But I'm just going to add some milk because it says to add milk as you go along. So it says mix that all together and add some milk. This is really nice because my other mixture is really runny, so this should be a lot easier to put into cupcakes. Right, so let's get this soft butter all around the pan. I'm using this weird paintbrush thingy. It's like a silicone kind of paintbrush. So we're going to make a mini Victoria sponge. I'm just going to scoop a teaspoon into each. Oh. Right, they're going to be very mini fairy cakes, it looks like, because I don't know how much mixture to put in, because it scares me that they'll overflow, because once I had these awful ones, actually twice, and they overflowed, and so I've tried to make these as even as possible. I was trying to remember everything else that I forgot the thing we're discussing about, which is 4 eggs. So make sure you add those eggs. I'm not so sure why I'm yelling. Right, better turn your TV down for that bit, or your phone, and don't watch this in class. So, I'm just going to pop those in the oven. Did you remember to preheat the oven?
No.
So, this time we're back again to make icing whilst the cakes wait for the oven because the preheating was forgotten. So it's preheating at 190. Now we're going to do some icing sugar. So we don't really measure when we do icing sugar. We don't really. We just use some butter. Oh, so this is buttercream. Why are you using so much butter? It's because it's in the name. The egg replacer, when I was off camera, I tasted it and it was absolutely lovely. So I'm hoping I find it as lovely when it's in a cake. I'm going to put some vanilla in my butter icing because I love vanilla. Right, so now I'm going to put in some icing sugar. Now this is egg free because some company that we used to buy, I'm not going to mention any names here, but they are shamed because they have now started putting egg into their icing sugar. And it's really, really good. Hey guys, I cheated. I plugged in this mixer. Right, I'm just going to get this jam out into here. So by now all of my cakes are in. My icing's in the fridge. And this Hartley's jam is amazing. I was going to make it myself. Right, I'm going to clear this up. Can I show them the cat? I'm going to go and clear this up, put my jam in the fridge, see how my cakes are doing, and I'll see you guys in a minute because of the magic world of editing. So basically the story is my dad came back from Tesco's and he bought a cake, but he also bought this. And he's like, oh, I wonder if you can make some egg-free cakes, like a Victoria sponge or something. And I thought, oh, this thing's going to taste awful. But we're going to see how this goes. My brother is allergic to eggs, so this is great for our family.
Are you sure they're cooked?
Yes, I'm sure. They look like pancakes.
Why do they move like that? Do you reckon a normal cake would when it's hot?
I don't know. Oh, maybe we should wait. I'm just going to taste this. Oh, is it cooked? It's nice. It's really nice. But it's so hot. Right, so this cake has been took out too early and sunk, but I think we can still salvage this thing. So you want to get the jam around the edge so you can see it, but not so it's going to come down the sides. Doesn't look too bad on camera, but it looks bad in real life. Okay, so just bear that in mind, but that was all our fault, getting it out of the pan and opening the oven too early. So apart from that, it's really, really good. You've got to really pipe it round. If anything can salvage this, it's icing. So now, we're going to put the top cake on, which is also wrecked. Surprise, surprise. This is how everybody should bake. They should bake this. It's called Victoria Sponge Mess, like eat a mess. But the mess of a cake, just take a look at the artwork that's gone into this. It's better vanilla, the Merry Berry. If we can get a photo up on the screen of Merry Berry sponge cake and mine. The icing does spread better on these cakes, because if I was doing this with a cake that didn't have egg in the recipe, it would just crumble in the icing, but the icing is actually being pretty well.
Bit of everything like Bake Off.
Yeah, we're just getting this. Oh, is that enough?
Yeah, that'll do.
Right, and I'll have this.
How much going? You haven't had your tea yet. Right. Oh, it's nice.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Appearance
Well, it's nice, actually.
is very good. I think appearance is better than the taste.
I'll try it again.
We want to have some more.
I'll have some after tea. Nice, though.
And I'll finish off what I got here. Do the cupcakes look cute?